I cannot believe that. So, I mean, the order is a bit weird. Usually, we're kicking off Alamus with a Get Ready With Me, but since December 1st, this time was a Monday, the first Alamus video yesterday was a You Don't Need That Shit. So today, on December 2nd, we're doing the Ellamas Get Ready With Me intro. I think I said that in a different video already, but someone commented maybe 2 weeks ago or so that this is going to be their third Ellamas. Third Ellamas. And I'm like, what? Really? Is this already the third time that we're doing Alamus? So if you are new on this channel, and let's just talk about the fact that when Ellamas starts, we're so close on hitting 6K here on this channel. While last year, I did write all the follower counts down. Wow. December 1st in 2024, we had 2,407 subscribers. And today, as I'm filming this, so today is November 29th, and I'm looking at my follower or subscriber count, and we are talking about 5,954. 3,500 people more compared to last year. That means in a year I gained 3,500 new subscribers. Why is that the case when my videos are like true shit? No, just kidding. I know my videos aren't shit, but this is a very unusual growth. Let me just tell you that. But in case you lived under a rock or you really didn't know what's going on, I was actually boosted this year a lot by let's say, a coincidence that made me go viral in, I don't know, when was that? September? August? I have no idea. But what happened was, so recap while I take a sip, I was bullied via DM by the UK indie brand Kaima Cosmetics. And by the way, to this day, I didn't get an apology. They kept on posting their shit like nothing has happened. I am still blocked on all of their accounts, or on the Instagram account, because I think they don't know my name on TikTok. And I had the great opportunity to talk about this topic to big content creators, and my story was featured by big content creators like Jen Loss Reviews. Robert Welsh was one of those. This is honestly, Robert Welsh talking about me is one of the biggest accomplishments that I had in 2025. And not only that, he talked about me, he also said positive things about me, that he said something like that he thinks that I'm quite a talented makeup girl. And I'm like, thank you. And let's be real, this little incident, I have only positive outcomes from that. Honestly, that is amazing. And at this point, I am thankful not only for the community, because I'm always thankful for you as the community. I am thankful for my previous bullies in school, because if they weren't there, if they didn't make me the person that I am today, if they didn't try to put their insecurities on me, I probably wouldn't be as strong as I am today. And maybe that is one of the reasons why I really, and people, they kept on asking me, but I didn't give a shit about what Kaima Cosmetics said to me. Why should I care about things that a rando brand owner on the internet is saying to me? For me, do you know why I made this public? No, I'm honest with you. I didn't make this public because I felt harassed or bullied or I don't know. I made this public because out of a business perspective, that is so unprofessional. That was my thought process. I was all thinking about, oh my God, business-wise, this is your death, girl. But hey, as far as I know, they're still in business. They're still doing shit. So, what should I tell you? I guess some brands you cannot kill, just like Ansley Rain and the homophobic shit. People are still using this brand, but hey, everybody does what they want. So yeah, that was definitely a part of a big boost that I got this year. So not only a part, I think that was the main reason. Because if you remember, I said last year, either in the Get Ready With Me or in my end of year tag for Ellamas, that my goal for 2025 is to hit 3,500 subscribers. That goal I already reached before that happened. So 2025 in general went channel-wise so good. Thank you, Kaima, for pushing me that way. And thank you for showing your true colors. I know that it had an impact because some people are still reporting to me that they do have friends and other creators that are still in this like weird affiliate group, and that they I think there was an incident not too long ago that the payouts didn't come. I don't know how that like status wise is right now, because I actually stopped caring. Life keeps on and the world keeps on spinning, and my world, my whole life does not it's not all about this incident. So although other people, some people said about me that I will bring this up now to gain more followers, and I was like, huh? I brought this up because people asked me. But hey, that's not what we are going to talk about today. This is just a really chill, casual Get Ready With Me. So I don't know if I said that in the beginning because my brain is lagging today. I just had 4 hours of sleep and I just want to go to sleep again. But grab your makeup. Let's get ready together. I, by the way, am using the Makeup Amaru Ethereal Eyes Moonlight. I think this is one of the palettes that I actually haven't touched in 2025. So, I was actually going to that point here. This is Ellamas, and if you are new here because you came to this channel through the Kaima incident, Ellamas is my December video series where I put up a video every single day for the whole month of December. So that means, aside from the regular 3 videos a week that would have gone online anyway, we are filling that up so that you have this month 31 videos. This is always a very stressful thing to prep for me, but it's also the thing that is just so fun to prep. I start planning for Alamus July. Like, that is the time when I, for the very first time, start to think of what's going to be the uploading plan, the uploading schedule, and the like spread of different video topics throughout the whole month of December. And that's also the time where I start to make the first notes in my content books and in my content planners, so that I have a very, very smooth Alamus. The thing is, this year I started recording for Alamus really, really late. I think in 2024 I started end of September already. And this time I started, I think, mid-October or end of October, because, and that is the other great accomplishment that I made in 2025, I have my bachelor's degree. I did it. I'm done. I had my the like exam, the colloquium. I hope that is the right English word because I Googled it and the Google Translator said colloquium. If you don't know what that is, for a bachelor's degree in Germany, you have to turn in a scientific written thing that has about 40 pages. And then you basically have to defend that thesis in front of two of the prof people that are grading you. I'm sorry if I have word salad today. By the way, I want to combine the Makeup by Mario palette. I mean, I love the shimmers in this one for their texture, but I want to have something more impactful, so I combine it with the sadly discontinued Glaminatrix Fairy Lights 6-pan. I think that was their limited edition holiday palette for 2023 even. So that is a bit older, but I really, really love it. And where was I? Okay, the bachelor's degree. So I started when I was 30 and said, hey, I'm 30. Let's study, because I always wanted to study, but let's be honest, when you finish school, I was done with my, like, the highest school thing that you can get here. It's Abitur in Germany. I was 17. I think with my last exam that I had, I was 18 for a week, so I was quite young when I finished that. And back then, let's be honest, who knows what they want to do for the rest of their lives right after school? That is just so delusional. So the time span between 18 and 30 for me was a very wild time. And when I hit 30, I thought, hey, it's not too late to study, so let's fucking do this. And I started to study communication psychology. This is basically about the psychology behind different types of communication. How does communication work? Why do we communicate the way that we do? What is the motivation behind that? Different models and all that shabazz. I did have a semester, like half a year off, because I also started a new job at the end of 2024. So let's talk about that accomplishment in a second too. So you see, this Get Ready With Me is all in the topic of 2025 accomplishments. So already make your thoughts, because I want to hear your great accomplishments of 2025. I want to celebrate with you all of these different successes that you all had. So I had like a semester off because I needed time to get used to the new job that I also have a new role in. But yeah, we talk about job in a second. And in September, late September, I started then I started collecting the data for my topic already in August, and then in September, I started to write, or was it October? So you basically have to register that you are going to write your thesis, and then you have a certain amount of time. I think it was end of September or something like that. So I registered my thesis then, started writing. I turned it in October 30th. And then I had my colloquium November 18th. So not even like 2.5 weeks ago. And yeah, I passed. The topic of my bachelor thesis was the influence of formal and informal addressing of people on the interpretation of any communication in terms of the communication square. I don't know if you know that communication square, or if this is just a German language region thing, but this is basically a model in communication psychology and in that whole topic that basically says that every message has 4 sides, like of the square. You have 4 sides. You have the side of a relationship. Then you have the side of appeal. I just have to translate that because I don't know how all the words are called. Then you have in German, it's Selbstoffenbarung, but in English, it's self-revelation, and then you of course have the fact that is transported with things that you say. And depending on what the center of a communication is trying to stress out, a sentence, or in general anything that you use to communicate, can be interpreted and sent on those four levels. And sometimes there is also a big difference between what the sender is trying to give you in that communication and what the one that is receiving that communication is understanding. So basically, everybody sends its message with four sides of that square, and everybody has four ears on how they hear what you said. And I took that theory and I basically wanted to know, how is this interpretation in the communication square influenced by the form of address? So, and here we have a quick thing in German language again, because I know in English you have only the you. It doesn't matter if it's your boss, your mom, you say you. The respect or the formal addressing of people in the English language is done with different things. In Germany, that is a bit different, or in a lot of German languages and European languages in general. This is done by how do you address somebody. So we have the du, which is the informal way of addressing someone, and then you have sie. And usually when you are saying sie to somebody, you are also calling them by their last name. For example, sie, Mr., I don't know, madam, whatever. In English, you would still say you. In German, it's then the sie. And there are a lot of things that are connected to the different form of addressing. Like, for example, the formal sie is always related with respect, with distance, with hierarchy and all that, while the informal du is connected to close, no distance, on the same level, being on the same level. And I thought, how is this, the form of addressing people, even connected not only with the interpretation of things based on the communication square, but also in the context of organizational communication? So does it make a difference when your boss, or you and your boss, are on the informal du or on the formal sie? And that bachelor thesis that I wrote about that, this scientifical view on this, is a little bit special because it does combine not only the communicational aspects, but it also puts in the psychological aspects and linguistic things. So my two I just had to Google that. My two examiners, that's what I wanted to say. They also said that this is quite a specific topic because I am working across different disciplines that are very, very very hard, and you have to go really in depth. So I read so much literature on how this du and sie was formed, how it came from, how it just developed through time, how it is right now, and that was such an interesting topic. I absolutely loved this. But yeah, when I then had my colloquium on November 18th, they told me that I passed. They told me what grade I got in my thesis, and overall I finished now my bachelor in science in communication psychology with a total grade of 1.9. In case you don't know, in Germany we do have a system from 1 to 6. So 1 is the best grade and 6 is the worst one. In university context, I think it only goes down to 5 because 5 is completely failed. So you can, from 1 to 4, everything is passed, and 5 then is failed. I have to admit that I am not that happy with my grade of the thesis, but overall it didn't change my total grade of the whole the whole study. So 1.9, I think, when you just think about the thing that I'm working full-time, that I'm not a full-time student, I think that is awesome, and I just realized that I used the wrong primer, but it's no problem. I think this is quite impressive that I finished my university, my bachelor, with this grade at the end. And yeah, not that I now have free time because I already started my master's degree in applied psychology. So I'm currently working on the first course of that master's degree that is what is it called? Clinical, psychological clinical diagnostics. So that is a whole different level. We have like FAQ sessions with the professors. And I was sitting in one of those, and he was also having like a little presentation of a specific topic from that script. And I was sitting in there and be like, huh, I feel super dumb because that is very, very clinical, very, very like medicine based now, and that's a really different level. It's going to be awesome, I think. I also already have ideas for my master thesis, but I do have a lot of time. I think I will finish my master's degree in 2.5 years. I'm pretty sure I will have to take again those 6 months off of that degree, because when you work full time and you want to do also full time study, it's too much. And I don't know if you remember, but last time I told you that I started a new job. Yeah, I did. So in November 24, I started a new job at a new company, and I left my old company after being there for nearly 8 years for different reasons. And I vaguely told you about these things, but the me leaving that company was not very clean, so they sued me. That's basically the thing. I don't want to go too much into detail because that is I have to Google a lot of terms now because I really don't know how to explain that in English. But the conclusion is we had the like trial in April, July. In July we had the trial and I won. So that thing is also done now. So that is another accomplishment. We finished that. I paid a lot of money to the lawyer, but that was absolutely worth it. So thank you to my lawyer at this point. And also due to some changes in that new company, I already do that role basically, but starting with January 1st, I will be given that official title and compensation. So I basically got promoted after just a year. So do you know what I just have in my head? No, you don't, but I will tell you. The whole year I had a lot of ups, yes, but I had even more doubts. Like weekends, holiday off time, and work days, and in general, evenings, nights, where I wanted to quit everything. YouTube, my job, just everything because it is not going as good as I want that. But do you know, just right now, as I'm recapping here the 2025 year, I'm just realizing this was probably my most successful year in a long, long time. And let me just give you now the tip. When you think of your accomplishments, of your successful things this year, celebrate them right now because oh boy, you are doing so well. We all do so well. Let's be honest. The world is on fire. It's shit. It doesn't matter where you look at, what country. Everything is just a shit show, I feel like. But it's okay now. And it's much needed to now focus on what you did and on what you accomplished in 2025. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm proud of you. So what's going to happen in Ellamas? Actually, we do have a lot of content that you have been seeing the past 2 years too, like rankings. I am doing this year again only the top 5 in most categories. I'm also putting categories together. So tomorrow the first ranking I think goes up, and that is primer, foundation, and concealer. Then we have face powder and under eye setting powder together. Then we have the bronzer, blush, and highlighter categories, each with the video about the cream and the powder version. Then we do have a face palette combined with honorable mentions, so basically products that I cannot fit in a certain category, or that I just haven't tested for too long to make it into the ranking, but I want to mention this as a good product anyway. And last but not least, we have 3 different palette rankings this year. Oh, that's crazy. The first one is going to be ranking all of the palettes that I tried in 2025. And let me tell you, I had a goal of trying less products than in 2025 and in 2024, and I hit that goal. That is awesome. So we have the pure ranking of everything that was new in 2025. Then we have I think I did a top 10 palette or top 15 of my whole collection, so also including palettes that did not enter in 2025. And then I also thought of a top 10 emotional palette. So that is outside of all the like quality, color, story, and personal excitement rating that I do. This is just pure my emotional attachment to a palette. That one is getting ranked also. But you will also get look videos, like we have festive looks, we have the last parts here on this channel of palette roulette of the Cleona series. So these are going to be the last parts that I do. I will explain in those videos why. And also then some just recommendation videos like festive products, and also the You Don't Need That shits, of course. We also have one Controversy Friday planned, and I didn't film this yet, but like ask me questions, get ready with me. So you should follow me on Instagram, because I usually post the questions for that, or the question sticker where you can put them in there. So, what are your plans this year for the holiday season? Usually the past years we visited my husband's family on one day, and the other days, like in Germany, Christmas is 3 days. The 24th is here in Germany Heiligabend, and then you have the first and the second Christmas day. And usually we visited his parents on the first day, and then the second and the 24th we had for ourselves. And this year it's going to be a little bit different. My parents, they live quite far away. They have like 4.5 hour drive, but they ask if they can come, so they will drive 4.5 hours to our house, and then we have lunch with them together, and then they drive home again. And then the second Christmas day we will visit his parents. But that also means that at least for one of the 2 days, I have to wear makeup, and I hate to wear makeup on Christmas. I filmed already some get ready with me's for the Christmas time, and I said that in there too. I am one of those people. I want to wear my joggers the whole Christmas time and just chill and breathe. Now I have to put on makeup because with his parents, we will not eat at home at the parents' house. We will go out for food, so need to look a little bit representable. By the way, now that I'm wearing this palette, I don't know why I didn't consider this a Christmas palette. It has Christmas vibes. I honestly have no idea what I have to expect for 2026 social media wise. It's like, this is still growing. Of course it is growing, but where's the limit? Will I reach a point where it says like, okay, Ella, you did it. You will not get more followers. Will we even, oh my God, just in my head, will we reach a 5-digit number? Like 10,000? I would be dead. Let's just imagine I will finish 2025 with 6,000 subscribers. I you know, after the like wave, my viral wave stopped. I mean, I was at one point at having 1,000 subscribers in 30 days gained. So that is of course not the case anymore. My regular rate is currently at like 180 like 180 per 30 days. So that means 180 per month times 12, 2,160 subscribers. So realistically, reaching 8,000 is doable next year. I think, okay, let's say it like that. I think realistically, we will be able to grow this community to 7,500 people. That is a very realistic goal. My ambitious goal is 10,000. That's the very ambitious goal for next year. I will not be disappointed if I don't reach that. Absolutely not. This is, as said, very, very ambitious. And I would maybe cry a little bit when I reach this. Maybe. And by maybe, I mean 100% I will. I mean, just imagine 10,000 people here. Personally, that number sounds so far out of reach. Okay, all that's left to do now is setting spray for me and lips, and then I will say 2 more sentences, and we have the first, not the first, the second Ellamas done. All right, and I think that's it. By the way, lips is Boy from Chanel, and I hope you had a blast. Please put down your accomplishments. Let's just celebrate together. Let the community celebrate you. Let me celebrate you. And let's just share all the positive things that have happened in 2025, because there was a lot of negative thing that was going on. So let's be real, but it's okay. Let's just shut that off for a moment and celebrate our positiveness, our accomplishments, our successes in 2025. I hope you will have a great Alamus. I cannot wait for you to see all the videos that I have planned, and make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss all of that. And I see you already tomorrow.